strange! Why are the symptoms of three wastings so similar to the symptoms caused by diabetes?
The symptoms from the wasting thirst illness are indeed very similar to the three symptoms of diabetes: eating much food, drinking much water, and urinating much. Diabetes causes these three symptoms because the blood sugar can't enter the cells in our body. So there is too much blood sugar outside the cells, and this affects the function of other body organs and produces the symptoms of polyphagia, polyuria, and polydipsia. The traditional Chinese medicine emphasizes the cause of an illness and not the symptoms. So the symptoms of excessive eating, excessive drinking of water, and excessive urinating are called three wastings. The Western medicine emphasizes the symptoms of an illness as the main point of discriminating an illness, and they feel the patient with high blood sugar has the polyphagia, polyuria, and polydipsia. This is how the traditional Chinese medicine differs from Western medicine.
So, the wasting thirst illness is equal to diabetes?
Not quite. The Western medicine defines diabetes in a much narrower sense. It uses the blood sugar level to determine it. If the level is over 100 milligrams/milliliters, the person has diabetes. But traditional Chinese medicine defines that when a person eats food with too much strong taste, or eat inappropriately, or has imbalanced emotions, or imbalance between work and rest, either one of these will cause too much yang and not enough yin in the body. And insufficient yin is the cause of the illness. To cure this illness, the doctor will prescribe a formula like Sang Zu Yin to improve the qi, nurture yin, and reduce heat to lower the blood sugar.
What is Sang Zu Yin?
I know. Sang refers to mulberry leaf, and Ju refers to chrysanthemum.
Xiaobao is right. The formula contains mulberry leaves, chrysanthemum, and peppermint, which will expel hot wind, Phragmites and forsythia that will reduce the heat, almond and campanulaceae that will stop coughing and moisten the lungs, and licorice that will improve the qi in our body. The formula will improve the qi, nurture yin, and expel heat. Bang Chao Yang Yi records the mulberry leaf can clean the lungs, clean stomach fire, cool the blood, reduce liquid, remove wind, and brighten the eyes. The leaves mainly grow in Zhejiang and Jiangsu provinces and are harvested between October and November. After cleaning them, the farmers will sun-dry them. Its taste is bitter and sweet. Its nature is cold and goes to the lung and liver meridians. It expels wind, clear away the heat, cool the blood, stop bleeding, clears the liver, brightens the eyes, moistens the lungs, and stops coughing. Ben Zhang states that chrysanthemum stops dizziness and pain from swelling, cures the eyes feeling popping out, and the teary eyes. They mainly grow in Zhejiang, Anhui, Henan, and Sichuan provinces. They're harvested during the blooming season and are tried in shadow or dark areas. Its taste is spicy, sweet, and bitter. Its nature is slightly cold. It goes to the lung and liver meridians. It expels hot wind and heat, cools down the liver, brightens the eyes, and clears away poison. Ban Chao Gang Mu describes the peppermint as being good for treating problems around the throat and the oval cavity. It cures scrofula, sore, scabies, shatter, and rash. If you rub it and stick it to your nose, it can stop nose bleeding. The herbs grow in northern and southern parts of China, and the best quality belongs to the one growing in Jiangsu province. The harvest season depends on the localities. The whole thing can be used raw or after it is sun-dried. Its taste is spicy and its nature is cool. It goes to the lung and liver meridians. It expels hot wind, clears the head and eyes. It benefits the throat, clears away the rash and despondence. Ming Yi Bie Lu states that Phragmites has a sweet taste and its nature is cold. It treats thirst, feeling of hotness, and stops excessive urinating. It grows everywhere in China. The roots are dug up in late spring and early summer or in the fall. The roots can be used raw or sun-dried. It goes to the lung and stomach meridians. It reduces the heat, produces liquid, stops agitation and vomiting. Ben Jing states that forsythia treats on coldness and heat. It treats fistula, bubonic tuberculosis, carbuncle, sore, thyroid tumor, heat accumulation, and insect poison. It grows in northeastern and northern China and along the Yangtze River and Yunnan province. The ripe fruits are harvested in the fall and are used after they are sun-dried. Its taste is bitter and its nature is slightly cold. It goes to the lung, heart, and gall meridians. It clears away heat poison, carbuncle, and hot wind. Ben Jing states that the almond treats cough, hiccup, and throat numbness. They grow in northeastern, northern, northwestern China, Inner Mongolian, Xinjiang, and along the Yangtze River basin. The fruits are harvested in summer when they are ripe. The seed kernels are used after they are sun-dried. Its taste is bitter. Its nature is slightly warm and it's slightly toxic. It goes to the lung and large intestine meridians. It stops coughing and asthma and moistens the large intestine to allow the feces to come out easily. Ming Yi Bie Lu states that Campanulaceae has bitter taste and is slightly toxic. It's good for all internal organs. It supplements blood and qi. It expels cold, heat, wind, and numbness. It warms up the digestive system, improves digestion, cures sore throat, and detoxicates insect poison. It grows in most parts of China. During the spring and the fall seasons, the roots are dug out. After the fibrous roots are removed, what remains is used after being sun-dried. Its taste is bitter and spicy. Its nature is neutral and goes to the lung meridians. It can dredge or clear the lungs to make the qi move easily, reduce the phlegm, clear the throat, and expel fester.
One can drink Sang Ju Yin for having not enough yin and too much yang. Xiao Bao had the similar symptoms and felt very hot and thirsty. How can we help him? Can he eat icy food?
Absolutely not. Icy food seems to be able to make us cooler, but we humans are thermostatic. If we eat icy food, it will contract the capillaries in our body. This will actually prevent excessive yang from leaving our body and make the condition even worse. So we should use food or drugs that can reduce the heat.
Yes, Abao, you can't eat any icy food, since it's bad for you.
Indeed, because too much icy food will also weaken our digestive system and ruin our metabolism of water in our body. Furthermore, we won't regulate our body temperature properly, that we will feel very hot instead. This will create a bad cycle and an imbalance of yin and yang in our body. When we deal with heat stroke, we must know which part of the body it has damaged, so we can apply the right medicine. If it's on the upper part of our body, we will feel dizzy, thirsty, etc. Then we can drink green tea or tea made from peppermint, honeysuckle, chrysanthemum, or smoked plum. If it's in the middle section, we will have stomach pain, diarrhea, and other symptoms. Then we will use agastache, Elshosia, atractylotis, and Hopu for these problems. If it's in the lower section, we will feel the urge to urinate, very little urine each time, and feel the pain while urinating. You can drink red bean soup, green bean soup, or pearl barley soup. The symptoms Xiao Bao had occurred to the upper and middle sections.
So complicated. I normally brew herbal tea, green bean soup, herb jelly soup, or lotus seed soup. Aren't they good enough?
Grandma's herbal tea is quite bitter. It's disgusting.